Hi, I'm Elise. This is Witch Way, and in this video I'll be taking you through the witch lore of Season 2 of Salem. Minor spoiler warning for Season 1, but Season 2 of this supernatural horror drama was released in 2015 and stars Janet Montgomery as Mary Sibley, Tamsin Merchant as Anne Hale, Ashley Madekwe as Tituba, Lucy Lawless as Countess Marburg, Joe Doyle as Baron Marburg, Shane West as John Alden, Seth Gable as Cotton Mather, Oliver Bell as John, Elise Eberly as Mercy Lewis, Ido Goldberg as Isaac, Jeremy Crutchley as Hawthorne, and many more. The witches of Salem have succeeded in releasing a plague upon the town. The witch Tituba has revealed a secret to Mary Sibley to ensure that she will complete the grand rite and incarnate their Dark Lord. But new influences in the town, such as the new Magister Hawthorne and the arrival of the noble Marburgs, shifts the hold of power over the town. Mercy Lewis has plans for Isaac, and Anne Hale is questioning everything she thought she knew about her family. John Alden and Cotton Mather continue to try and thwart the witches' plans, but the secrets they uncover make them question their own witch hunts. Will the Dark Lord walk the streets of Salem? My favourite addition to this series was definitely the arrival of the German Countess Marburg, who is portrayed by Lucy Lawless. She has also been a witch before and had a small role in The Changeover, which is a beautiful film and I highly recommend checking it out. Though I wonder why they went with the name Marburg instead of Warsburg or Bamberg, both south of Marburg, and had two of the biggest witch trials in German history. Maybe they just thought Marburg sounded better? This countess is long-lived and has been known by many names.
Oh, my dear, I have had so many names. Hecate, Medea, Bathory are just a few.
Hecate is an ancient Greek goddess who has become associated with witchcraft. Medea is a sorceress from Greek mythology who is sometimes associated with Hecate as one of her priestesses. And finally, Bathory. I love the chance to look into this. Just like the Countess Marburg, the legend of Countess Elizabeth Bathory of Transylvania is that she bathed in the blood of young women to keep her youth. If not a witch herself, Elizabeth Bathory was said to consult with witches, and several of her servants were burned for sorcery. Later, her cousin Anna Bathory of Transylvania would be tried for witchcraft not once, not twice, but 3 times. Countess Marburg also quotes another witch obsessed with her youth and beauty, the evil queen of Snow White.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most betrayed by all?
We see the Countess's past lives, or should I say deaths, and one of these looks quite familiar. This event was inspired by the opening scene in the witchy classic horror movie Black Sunday. The Countess is able to resurrect as she keeps her original body well enchanted. She adorns the box it is kept in with symbols such as a pentagram and unicursal hexagram, which have now each become associated with Wicca and Thelema, respectively. The Countess also tasks Anne with finding her father, John Hale's grimoire. I'm so glad this finally comes into the series, as I love a good spellbook. Inside, we can see some song lyrics to Scarlet Tide and the poem The Night Will Never Stay, but then we get to the good stuff. They actually included text from John Hale's real world, A Modest Inquiry into the Nature of Witchcraft. He published this as he regretted his actions during the trials. We also see a diagram of an illustration of a talisman from the Grand Grimoire, whose date of publishing is unknown, anywhere from the early 16th century to the early 19th century. We also see more text from this book above an illustration of the demon Bure from the Dictionnaire Infernal, a book on demonology published in 1818. Anne herself starts her own Book of Shadows in which she signs her name in blood. I wonder if this was inspired by the fact that during the Salem witch trials, it was said that those who became witches did so by signing their names in blood in the Devil's Book. This was also used as another way that accused witches were said to be able to name other witches. Associations with familiars was also used as evidence to convict witches during the Salem witch trials, and Anne is presented with her very own familiar.
Mr. Jenkins. I will call you Brown Jenkins.
This name actually comes from the name of the witch Keziah's familiar in the H.P. Lovecraft tale Dreams in the Witch House. Another familiar name from the witch trials makes an appearance in this season with the arrival of Wendell Hawthorne, perhaps named after John Hawthorne or Hathorne, one of the judges involved in the Salem witch trials. This season scores for lore and the craft as it's moved well away from the historical happenings of the Salem witch trials. I loved this series and can't wait for the season finale and more witch lore. This season also ties in science and witchcraft, and that many women may have just been called witches as they understood things that others didn't. These witches know and can track the movements of the sky. Let me know your witchy recommendations for my future witch lore reviews, and give this video a thumbs up, share it around with anyone who might like, and subscribe to my channel as it really helps out. And as always, thank you very much for watching here on Witch Way.